Now let's talk about why marriage can be a blessing, but also can be a curse. So, in in this chart, I'm doing two readings between the main chart, which is the divisional chart, the main birth chart of your birth chart, and also the Navanja, which is the D9 in in the in the chart. So let's say, for example, if when someone is not married yet, and their life it's like pretty okay, fine, they going in a good mahadasha, a good placements of planets, for example, in their main chart. Like for example, if I'm drawing something here, like supposedly this person is running Rahu Mahadasha, for example, in the sixth house in the main chart, and in the Navamsa, Rahu plays in the, you can say, eighth house. Now, this person's even though Rahu is technically active, even if this person is not married at all, but in the main chart, this person's going through a good time of like living in general, like their life is just okay, you can say that. But then when this person's got in a serious relationship that involve marriage itself, from becoming from being fine, everything is like fine, and then suddenly it's chaotic. Like for example, if I'm drawing in the Navamsa, the yogas are pretty much you can say messed up yoga. Like if Jupiter is debilitated in here in 10th house, and also Mars is, for example, also debilitated, and then but you can say like Mercury is also just in general making this chart as bad as possible, because there is people who actually have this kind of chart that in the main chart they are doing great, like everything is fine, they have good positions of the main chart, but then in the Navamsa everything is just messy, everything is just like making things more complicated. And when this person is getting involved in the marriage, like a real marriage, like sign up marriage, then everything can be changed. Everything can be changed for this person, even though the Mahadasha itself is considered good. But in when someone is involving a real marriage, there is a sign up of exchanging energy between the two charts, the Navamsa and also the main chart. It doesn't mean, again, it doesn't mean that Navamsa is never active. Navamsa is always active, but the effect itself might not be felt until someone is really getting involved in the real marriage. So if in the birth chart someone is actually having a good placements of planets, in Navamsa it's also bad, it can classing, it can give more of like a struggle in the relationship. It feels like a curse. Now, there is situation where in the main chart, the planet itself isn't considered the best. The planet itself perhaps debilitated, some planet is debilitated. But then in Navamsa, the planet position is good. the debilitation planet, for example, if Mars is debilitated in Cancer, but then in Navamsha, Mars is exalted in Capricorn. And when this person is getting involved in the relationship, this person can from debilitation to exaltation. So this person's from being out of place to completely becoming something that is unimaginable, something that this person never thought, that just because it is like marriage bringing so much blessing for this individual, that the individual think, wow, just because I'm married to you and I'm watching my life, it's like, wow, my life is completely different. So it feels like a blessing to that individual. And it does. This happens a lot. Happens a lot. That's why in where I live, people consider that marriage is a blessing. But on the perspective of this natal chart, from Jyoti, perspective, it does depends on where is the placements of the planet. If they are supporting, they are good, they are pretty much supporting the foundation, then yes, marriage can become even an enhancement of blessing. But people born with different charts, people born having different combination, doesn't automatically marriage can be a blessing. To some people, marriage can be a curse. It can be a curse. So that's how also the fansha is also manifesting its energy, by the way. The main chart is it always work on you, but the Navanja is always working behind you. Behind you, there's like a level of like energy that is backing you from that situation, whatever that you are facing. But when you are legally married or having a serious relationship with a person, this Navanja can be more dominance than the main chart itself, because the whole point is switching to the partnership, from being single to being focused on the partnership. That's how the Navanja is actually working in the relationship itself. Well, I hope you guys understanding what I'm saying here. Yes, married can be a blessing, but also it can be a curse. It just depends on how you see where is this placements of the planet itself. It's actually really simple anyway, if you know the basics of this astrology. Well, anyway.